Dating Profiles 101, My Children Are My World. What that signal may mean. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that comes up very often on dating profiles, and that's phrases like, my children are my world, my kids and family are my everything, or my children, friends and family are my top priority. You'll see this a lot, particularly on women's profiles, and the key word here is signal. A dating profile is made almost entirely of signals. They don't tell you everything, but they do tell you something. So let's break down what this signal may mean, and more importantly, what it may mean for you. Possible meaning number 1, a simple reassurance signal. The first and most generous interpretation is this. They're simply saying, I'm a good parent. They may be trying to reassure people that they take responsibility seriously, or to head off judgment about being on a dating app while having children. In this case, the phrase isn't necessarily about you at all, it's more about protecting their image. That's a neutral signal, not a red flag on its own. Possible meaning number 2, a hierarchy signal. Another very common interpretation is that they're signaling where you would sit in the hierarchy if you became involved with them. When someone explicitly lists children, family, friends, and sometimes pets and career before you've even met, they are telling you something important. They are setting expectations before contact. That doesn't make them wrong, but it does mean you should listen. Whether intentional or not, it's a message that says, I will not be prioritizing a romantic partner, especially early on. Possible meaning number 3, boundary after a bad experience. There's also a third possibility. They may have had their time wasted in the past by someone unreliable, non-committal, or selfish. And this is their way of saying, that won't happen again. That's understandable. However, it's still worth noting that when someone starts a new connection by placing limits before trust exists, they are again signaling how much emotional availability they have right now. Where the signals start to conflict. Here's where things get interesting. Often, profiles with these statements also say things like, looking for emotional intelligence, seeking a long-term relationship, or open to marriage. And this is where you need to be honest with yourself. A healthy relationship requires prioritization, especially at the beginning. You cannot build depth, intimacy, and momentum without time, attention, and availability. If someone cannot prioritize a partner early, the relationship, if it happens at all, is likely to be surface level, slow to progress. Transactional rather than bonded. That may suit some people, but it will frustrate others who are looking for genuine connection. What you should do, this is the important part. A profile is not a verdict, it's an invitation to ask questions. If you match with someone like this, your job is to ask how they make time for dating. Ask what a relationship realistically looks like in their life. Watch what they do, not just what they say. And above all, be honest with yourself. If someone consistently cannot prioritize you, that is your answer. For me personally, statements like this often disqualify someone early. Not always, but often. When I see children, family, friends, pets, and a demanding career all listed as priorities, it tells me this person may like the idea of a relationship more than the reality of one. Again, not wrong, just not always compatible. Final thoughts. So the takeaway is simple. Watch the signals. Ask direct questions. Don't assume, but don't ignore patterns. You're not locked into any outcome. Dating isn't about forcing something to work. It's about alignment. Stay safe out there. Ask questions. Enjoy the process. Thanks for watching. All the best. And I'll see you next time.